even that story is adorable. I love it. She's on this plane with Bradley Cooper. You think they're going to hook up, and it turns out Bradley Cooper's gay, and he's going home to his lover, and she's coming home from the army, and she's going home to her son. I mean, I think it's just like a really nice story, even though we only had 5 minutes of it. And it was nice. It was a nice, different story compared to what we were to the main stories that were already going on.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there is a variety of different storylines. I guess I like that. I don't know. I can't. For me, you can't really touch on the Julia Roberts stuff without mentioning the fact that she has a total. This is according to IMDb. She has a total of 251 words in the entire film, and if you break down her paycheck, she gets paid $12,000 a word.
Well, that's absolutely ridiculous. Shame on you, Julia Roberts.
I don't know. The context under which that scene took place almost sours the scene itself for me. I just can't help but think about the fact that every one of these, awful, poorly chosen words, or, she's getting a, 12 grand for it. You know? I'd probably sell my cat for 12 grand. I'll be honest with you. I mean, I love her, but I'd still. And also, you gotta love the fact that she's, coming in from the army, and they fling in that Iraq nonsense at the last minute. That's really helpful.
Well, I mean, it's minuscule. Really?
Yeah, it's really just implied. I make too fine a point about that, actually. So I mean, who we got here? We got Jessica Alba, recently from Chat Roulette fame. That's a good camera for her. I think she could perhaps just stick to Chat Roulette and she'll be okay.
Yeah. And the orange yellow hair, gotta get rid of it.
That's another graduate from Mammoth's acting school in Chicago. Thank you. Okay. We got Kathy Bates. Basically,
always makes a movie better.
Oh yeah, but I think, don't you think she was cast aside here? I mean, she had
absolutely.
A couple line readings.
I mean,
you see, that's the thing. Why do we get 15, 20, 25 minutes of Ashton Kutcher stuck, unfortunately, with the puck roll, while Kathy Bates gets to sit on the sidelines?
Well, because it's Valentine's Day, you want to look at a cute face like Ashton Kutcher. I'm sorry, Kathy Bates.
Oh, no, that's debatable. That's debatable whether or not Ashton Kutcher has a cute face.
Yeah, but it's not a movie about Kathy Bates. It's a movie about people like Ashton Kutcher. Sappy guys who work in a flower shop. And who are extremely adorable, unfortunately. But
well, Ashton Kutcher has I have a sore spot with that motherfucker. Let's see, Brad Cooper. I had high hopes for him when I saw Wedding Crashers. I have to say, high hopes for this performer. I thought he was hilarious in that film. I thought he was really good. I could tell that he was almost kind of you get a sense that he's a theater actor, in that he sort of knows when to go really, really far and when to pull back. And I don't know. I haven't seen anything since that's really giving me hope for Brad Cooper.
Yeah, well, you give him a little part like this. It's really nothing to work off of.
Yeah, it's easy to see why, Orlando Bloom turned it down, Jake Gyllenhaal turned it down, Sam Worthington turned it down.
Well, that's probably because they're really gay, and to play a gay character, I mean, really, we don't want to out them here. So I think he did a fine job. I mean, you don't really know that he's gay until, maybe if you're like a movie genius, like my boyfriend here,
sure.
Who can predict that Bradley Cooper is gay. I mean, he does a fine job of, he plays a little bit of that shy, a little bit interested in Julia. And then it's interesting that he's so interested in Julia Roberts, even though he is, gay.
I would be curious to go back and rewatch just those scenes and see how they're played out. I want to say that Brad Cooper has been directed to act a little more straight in those scenes, just to misguide the audience into what is rather obviously, coming from a mile away. Because for the moment we see the athlete, he's in seclusion, he's all by himself on Valentine's Day, and he's got, every line that he has is just, lapped up with beef and manliness and, a sports vibe that it's kind of inconceivable that he's not gay.
Yeah, but it all makes sense in the end when his lover is a football player.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, that there's a consistency there.
Jessica Biel.
She lost out the part to Julia Stiles.
Oh wow.
Julia Stiles. Yeah.
That would have been nice to see too.
Yeah.
I thought she did fine.
Not a fan of Jessica Biel. Some actors, I think they're just invisible on screen. Jessica Biel's one of them. Jessica Alba's another. I just, some of them, it doesn't matter what their line readings are, I still can't stay tuned in.
And what about Jamie Foxx?
I've had enough of him. Had enough of Jamie Foxx. I'll be honest with you.
He was kind of like a yapping dog in this movie.
When isn't he? I haven't seen a Jamie Foxx performance that I've been. You know, we revisited Any Given Sunday recently, and I rather enjoy Jamie Foxx in that.
Well, if you know Ray, the movie Ray, he was fantastic in that. He really was.
Yeah, better than the movie. I mean, I think he was better than the movie itself. But,
yeah. Who else are we missing? Dempsey, Patrick Dempsey.
Patrick Dempsey, yeah, he's good. He's good. I like. You talked about how he has a kind of particular quality. That
yeah, he can play Loverboy if you've ever seen the movie Loverboy, and can really play the arrogant dick. So,
yeah,
who cheats on his wife, which is, I think he does. He's really great. I like him.
I guess if I were forced to pick out the performances of the film. The best performance in the film for me would probably be Topher Grace. I could watch him.
He did
in
a very
anything.
good job.
He's very naturalistic. He has a sort of awkward Steve Carell quality that he harnesses into a charm. It's almost.
But I feel like he's always just that in every movie. He does.
He is. I mean, just like every other actor in this movie, he was not challenged whatsoever by this material.
Right.
I mean, I don't think that you could. I didn't see any performance in this movie that was different. None of the actors in this movie gave a performance that I felt set them apart from any other performance that they've given. It's just not. It's not a challenging film. It's nothing that you're going to find any sort of growth in terms of acting in. And the runner-up to Topher Grace is, of course, that nameless guy that's in the airport. Runs into Ashton Kutcher. I can never think of his name. He's great. He's in all the Christopher Guest movies. He was the head of the university, Nutty Professor.
I can't remember him in this movie.
You see, that's the problem. This guy's great. He's awesome.
Okay. Clearly not important. So, and Anne Hathaway.
Anne Hathaway.
I don't really like Anne Hathaway, so I have nothing really to say about that.
You see, that's the thing. This movie, I think the script is so bad in a sense that it just creates ghosts out of actors. You don't really know what happened. You don't really know who did what. You don't really know. I don't know. Maybe you can keep. It's not incoherent. You can keep up with the plot, but
I think it's a fun movie. I think what. Go out and see it, enjoy it, laugh, cry, whatever you want to do. It's going to be sappy because it's Valentine's Day. It's for anybody. It's for if you don't want to be in love, obviously you probably want to be in love. If you're not in love at the moment, or you went through a bad breakup, or you are in love. I mean, it's really kind of for anybody. It's even for mothers who love their children.
Larry Miller. Larry Miller is that fine actor's
yes, that
name.
guy, yes.
Larry Miller, he's wonderful in everything he does. He was the father in 10 Things I Hate About You, for those of you who are going, oh, that's what it was. Yeah, was him.
Yeah.
He's great in everything. He had a couple nice lines. There are probably about 5 or 6 lines that I thought were actually pretty funny.
Yeah, but that whole scene, though, I could have cut out. Like the whole, go to the airport, get the ticket, I was, bored.
You could put several of the reels in this movie through a shredder, and you'd be okay.
All right, that's our thoughts on Valentine's Day.
The movie, not the holiday. For those of you who are confused,
yes.
Perpetually.
All right, tune in. Thanks, CinemaYAK.
Squad!